You are listening to the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we dive deep into the beautiful messiness of life and relationships. This is the space where we explore how to align with your authentic self, build real connections, and navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and purpose. I'm your host, Dara Posner, an alignment strategist, blogger, and podcaster, here to guide you on your journey to living a life that's truly yours. Hello and welcome to the Embrace the Mud podcast. I'm your host, Dara Posner, and today I want to share with you the best piece of advice that I have ever received for getting unstuck. And I consider it the best because it has worked for me 100% of the time, and that is no exaggeration. We all go through seasons in life when we feel stuck, whether that's in a relationship, in our careers, with our health or fitness or personal growth. It's that frustrating feeling of knowing that you need to move forward, but somehow you just can't. Today, I'm going to share with you the secret that has helped me and countless others get unstuck time and time again. So let's dive in. When you feel stuck, it's tempting to focus on the external circumstances, the job that isn't working out, the relationship that's going nowhere, or the goals that feel too hard to reach. We often think that changing our circumstances will free us from the feeling of being stuck, but the truth is, what's usually keeping us trapped isn't what's happening outside of us, it's what's happening inside of us. The most powerful piece of advice I have ever received is this: whenever you're stuck, look for the lie. You see, being stuck is almost always a sign that we are out of alignment with the truth. We're believing something false, something that isn't real, and that's what's preventing us from moving forward. Our beliefs shape everything: our thoughts, emotions, actions, and ultimately our reality. When we're stuck, it's because we're operating from a belief that's holding us back. And here's the key: that belief is a lie. It's something we've accepted as true, but it's not aligned with reality. So, how do we recognize when we're believing a lie? Well, as usual, it starts with self-awareness. When you feel stuck, ask yourself, what am I believing right now that's keeping me here? Let's use a common example. Maybe you feel stuck in your career. You've been wanting to make a change, but you're paralyzed by fear and indecision. The lie could be something like, I'm not qualified enough, or it's too late for me to start over. These beliefs feel true because they're wrapped up in fear. But are they really true? Are you really not qualified enough, or is it just a limiting belief? Is it really too late, or is it just a fear-based assumption? The first step to getting unstuck is recognizing the lie that's holding you in place. This requires you to get really honest with yourself and to examine the stories you're telling yourself and to ask, is this the truth? Once you've identified the lie, the next step is to replace it with the truth. This can feel tricky because when we've been believing a lie for a long time, it feels real. But just because something feels true doesn't mean it is true. Let's go back to the example of feeling stuck in your career. Once you've identified the lie, let's say I'm not qualified enough, you need to consciously replace the belief with a more empowering truth. Maybe the truth is, I have more experience and value than I realize, or I'm capable of learning whatever I need to learn to succeed. And here's the thing, getting unstuck isn't about wishful thinking or ignoring reality. It's about aligning yourself with the actual reality. The truth is, you can learn new skills. You are capable of change. You are allowed to pursue a career that excites you. The lie is what kept you stuck, and the truth is what will set you free. And now that you've replaced the lie with the truth, the work isn't over. The final step is to begin living from that truth. This means taking action that aligns with your new belief. For example, if your new belief is, I'm capable of learning and growing, then the next step might be signing up for a course, networking with people in your desired field, or updating your resume. The key here is to start acting as if the new belief is true, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. This is where transformation happens, when you start to live from a place of truth rather than fear or limiting beliefs. It might feel scary to take those first steps, but remember, the only reason you're stuck is because you've been operating from a false belief. When you shift into the truth, you unlock a whole new realm of possibilities for yourself. Let me give you a real life example of how this process works. Imagine you're in a relationship where you feel stuck. You keep thinking, if only my partner would change, then everything would be better. You feel frustrated and powerless because no matter what you do, the relationship isn't improving. In this scenario, the lie might be, my happiness depends on my partner changing. But is that the truth? Is your happiness really dependent on someone else's behavior? Or is it possible that your happiness comes from within, regardless of what your partner does or doesn't do? The truth might be, I am responsible for my own happiness, and I have the power to create joy in my life. Once you embrace the truth, you're no longer waiting for your partner to change. Instead, you can take responsibility for your own happiness. You can set boundaries, communicate your needs, and take empowered action. This shift in belief completely changes how you approach the relationship. You're no longer stuck because you've stopped waiting for external change and have reclaimed your own power. The reason that this advice, look for the lie, works 100% of the time is because being stuck is always a reflection of some kind of misalignment. It's a signal that we're out of step with reality and our beliefs need to be recalibrated. When you feel stuck, it's an invitation to scrutinize your beliefs, to ask yourself what you're holding on to that isn't true. It's about aligning yourself with what's real and what's possible instead of being held captive by fear, doubt, or past conditioning. Think of it like this. If you're driving and you keep hitting a wall, you're not going to get anywhere by continuing to drive straight into it. You need to take a step back, look at the map, and figure out where you made a wrong turn. The lie is that wrong turn. And once you find it, you can correct your course and get back on your path. Our beliefs are incredibly powerful. They shape our reality because they influence the way we think, feel, and act. When you believe something to be true, your mind will look for evidence to support that belief, even if it's not actually true. That's why identifying and correcting false beliefs is so important. Being stuck isn't a failure or a dead end. It is an opportunity. It's your mind's way of saying, something here isn't true, and it's time to realign with what is. When you can see it that way, being stuck becomes less of a problem and more of an invitation for growth. The next time you feel stuck, instead of asking, why can't I move forward? Ask yourself, what lie am I believing right now? Then do the work to replace that lie with the truth and watch how quickly you begin to be able to move forward. Do you find yourself questioning the depth of your partner's love for you? Wondering if you're just asking for too much or if you've chosen the right person? I get it. I've been there too. And that's why I created the No More Unmet Needs Workbook, your budget-friendly guide to achieving consistent emotional satisfaction in your relationship. In the face of unmet needs, it's really easy to unknowingly perpetuate the cycle. But the good news is it's simpler than you think to break free and experience the fulfilling connection that you deserve. Drawing from my personal journey and from my experience as a coach, I've honed a proven strategy over the years, and now I get to share it with you. In the 4-step, 16-page workbook, you will be able to eliminate any doubt or confusion about your needs, get clear about the difference between your core needs, actionable needs, and your desires, and communicate your needs like a pro by employing a simple yet powerful template to express your needs anytime with clarity and confidence. If you are ready to bid farewell to unmet needs and the confusion surrounding them, then the No More Unmet Needs Workbook is for you. And as a podcast listener, you get to enjoy 10% off by putting in the discount code GOODLOVE, all one word, GOODLOVE. Just head over to mudcoaching.com/shop to download your copy of the No More Unmet Needs Workbook today. In the end, getting unstuck always comes back to the same principle, looking for the lie and replacing it with the truth. When you align yourself with what's real, you empower yourself to take action and move forward. The truth will set you free, not in some abstract sense, but in a very real, practical way, whether it's in your career, your relationships, in your health and well-being, or with your personal growth. The more aligned you are with the truth, the more flow and momentum you'll experience. If this idea resonates with you, I'd love to hear how you applied it in your life and how it's helped you get unstuck. And if you're feeling stuck right now and you need some support, you can always reach out for a one-on-one strategy session where we can work together to identify the lie and replace it with the truth. You can find more information about working with me at mudcoaching.com or click the link in the show notes. Thank you for joining me today on Embrace the Mud. Keep growing, keep looking for the truth, and as always, keep embracing the mud. I'll see you next time.